Well, hello and welcome to another video. This is a game I just finished playing. Gonna review it. This is on Arena. I am in blue. I'm playing as the Burgundians, CK Weather. And then we have Atabey playing as the Italians. So it's hilarious that as I was loading into the game and choosing Burgundians, I was like, watch me get Italians or something. Sure enough, we have an Italian opponent, and the reason that's kind of dreaded for me anyway is because I feel like Italians have a lot of strong units to counter Burgundians. Um, Burgundians at the beginning of Castle Age will prefer to go for cavalry units, and the Genoese crossbows from the Italians, which he's already going to stone, so he's planning to do that, will have extra bonus damage against cavalry, so they do great against cavalry. Then he's also got a cheaper ability to get to Imperial Age with less cost, so that means he will go up to Imperial Age, get Condotieros, which would wreck my gunpowder units, which is my other type of unit that I like to go for. So I have to think outside the box a little bit on this one. At least a little bit. Anyway, so he's on stone, I'm on stone, because I figure he's going to castle drop me. I should probably have a castle in my own defense. I am going out there to scout the map. Let me see my own. Yep, okay. So he'll be in feudal age slightly before me, probably a little idle time on my part or something. But otherwise, a very similar build. Actually, I have one more villager than he does. That's why. Anyways, we're both going fast castle, market blacksmith. I'm actually going to be just a little short on the food. So is he, so don't know what he's going to do about that. I guess maybe he'll use the market or something. There he goes. Okay, he just clicked Castle Age. I didn't have the food for it, so I had to go ahead and get loom. But notice that his villagers do not have loom. That does come into play here shortly. Alright, so I'm up to Castle Age, about a villager later than him, so I'll be about 30 seconds later than him. Actually, not even that bad, only about 12 seconds later than him. I'm going to make a barracks so that I can at least make a few defensive army. And then I am heavy on stone because by the time I get to Castle Age, I want to have a castle. In fact, he and I are both similar stone counts right now, although he has one more on stone than I do. So the castle drop is coming. I don't see that per se. In fact, right now I just did a deliberate pass across the front of his base, and now I'm going to make a deliberate pass across the side here, just to see if I can confirm that these villagers are on stone, or maybe even see the villagers come out. I do not, but I know it's coming. I actually decided to make a Flemish militia. This is something new that the Burgundians have now. Used to, you would have to research the tech in Imperial Age to be able to turn all your villagers into Flemish militia and be able to make them. But now you're able to make them out of the barracks even in Feudal Age. So I figure that's better than a spearman. It does more damage to... Okay. So hold up for a second. This is kind of important. He is decided to attack my scout, and I decided to chase it with the Flemish militia. And go and try to kill it. Now he's bringing me away from where the villagers are, but I leave the Flemish militia here, and he's got these unloomed villagers, so he sent 11 villagers forward, and this Flemish militia does great damage on these villagers. Only about 3 hits to kill them, and now I'm trying to rush my own castle up in defense. Maybe I can just stop this altogether. I did make a spearman on accident. What I really meant to do was make another Flemish militia, but I've already killed 3 of those villagers. He wisely chose to wall me out here so that I couldn't send more army, but I did... oh, he's doing it again. Alright, so he's down to 8 villagers over here. Trying to make this castle. Looks like he might get it up. And he might get it up slightly before me. Even despite me seriously harassing these villagers. He's down to 3 villagers. 2 villagers. Okay, so he lost 9 villagers on that. In fact, he sent more because he was expecting to lose them all. Holy crap, dude's down to 24 villagers. Now, during that time, I think I was not making villagers. Still am not. So, oops on my part. He's already making Genoese crossbows. So, I know I need an archery range and a university to make skirmishers in defense. I'm also going to try to just make sure he doesn't petard in over here or something like that. I am going to try to go for relics, although these Genoese crossbows could be a threat. They do see my university, and it looks like he's trying to stop it, but those poor guys, they don't have much range on them. Only 4 range, so they couldn't range past that. So, let's see what he sees at this point. All he sees is the university. He doesn't even see the monastery. So I did have to deliberately task the monk to go away from these units to go grab the relics, but it was worth it. I've got some idle time. He's actually recovered the villager lead. That's impressive. After I killed 9 villagers when he was making this castle. Yeah, that's just pure, like, chaos in my base, idle villagers. I've had to react. So, a little bad on my part there, but now the problem here is, sure, we've got a castle v castle war. I've got a Castilier in there, my unique unit, a cavalry unit, just in case I need it. And also to gain some advantage in the war against the castle. But I know that the Italians can click up to Imperial Age with less resources. I forget exactly how cheaper it is, but enough cheaper that it's going to be a factor. He's actually taking the chickens out here in the middle. That's another new thing that happened recently after the recent patch. Deer were replaced by chickens in some cases, and then there's chickens and more berries out in the middle on Arena than there used to be, which is interesting and something he is taking advantage of to assist himself in getting to Imperial Age. So he almost has the gold to get to Imperial Age, and now he's actually buying food. Normally people mine the gold, but I think maybe this castle is too close for him to do that. Normally people mine gold and then buy the food to go up. He's bought more food. He's really trying to get himself to Imperial Age with a really good economy, 38 villagers. Again, I killed 9 villagers already, but he has a 4 villager lead. He's got 2 town centers, in fact. He's being annoying with these Genoese crossbows, but I've kept my skirmishers inside. I know that he can't really break in here. I've still managed to go collect relics. I'm going to start making... I made a siege workshop because I know he's going to get to Imperial Age before me. Oh, he finally got Loom. Now he clicked Imp. So it is 23 minutes and he has clicked Imp. So another 3 minutes and he'll be there. I know that I need to be able to knock this castle down before he can get trebuchets out and kill mine. That will be the best play I can make here, so my idea is to make some battering rams. Also, more idle villagers. You know, it's just a thing in my eco. Don't judge. So, ideally, I would fill the rams up with some sort of unit. I actually thought maybe I could use petards, but it turns out petards don't garrison in rams. I was hoping to maybe ungarrison the petards onto the castle right underneath it, but alas, it's not possible. So I can put skirmishers in there, but the skirmishers don't add any attack value to the rams. So another option would be infantry units. Well, Flemish Militia, I guess. Probably the best infantry unit I have right now because I still just have Spearmen and Militia. So I did actually go back here to try to scout what he's doing behind here. I didn't see anything. So I didn't realize he had that university back there, but it didn't really matter. I just sort of confirmed that there's no other additional army or a different type of army showing up. He just has Genoese crossbows. In fact, he only has those 3 Genoese crossbow, and although he's made a few more in the castle here. Alright, so he's arrived at Imp. I see it. I also am realizing at this point petards can't go in rams. So I am making Flemish Militia to go in the rams. Some of them are getting hit on the way over there, which is annoying. I also did confirm when I walked over here that he did not have ballistics. I do have ballistics. So he still doesn't have ballistics, but he made the university for it. He's going to make a siege workshop. He's making a trebuchet, about to unload it. I'm going to send the rams in. Going to have the petards follow the rams, because what I want here, also I'm going to send these skirmishers over here to fight, to keep these away from them. I'm going to try to send the petards around the rams directly onto the base of the castle to accelerate its demise. In fact, this ram never even really gets there. But the castle's down, and he's going to lose all of these Genoese crossbows, and these rams are going to kill that trebuchet. In fact, he knows it. He's trying to pack it up. I go ahead and ungarrison the rams because I figure there's villagers out here I should probably kill. He's got 50 villagers, so I still only have 1 TC. So he managed 2 TC eco with a fast imp with this play here and a castle drop. So good job on his part. So my eco's considerably worse. But I want to get into his base immediately, because you see here he's already trying to make barracks, and he has one now, and he's loading them with condotieros. I know that he's going to do that, so I'm actually making Castilier. Now, he doesn't have a castle. He can't make Genoese crossbows. So the threat to my cavalry is just pikemen, which he's not going to bother with. He's going to go straight for the Genoese crossbows. Unfortunately, I didn't notice that my rams turned around to go for the university. I could have gone straight in here, put the pressure right on. Now I'm realizing, and we'll head in there. Trying to load up on the Castilier, because I know at some point there's going to be, unfortunately they keep going back to attack the university. But yeah, these are here for the condotieros. Condotieros supposedly are weak to cav, so that's why I'm going with the old Castiliers here. Castiliers have a charged attack, so the first time they hit, they do extra damage. The first thing I'm going to do is try to take out his barracks, because I don't want to see any more Castilier. I don't want to see any more of these condotieros. All I want to see is Castilier. He is able to clear up some of my army here, but thankfully he's just got this one barracks now, so he can't really maintain production. I am killing his market, gonna kill his blacksmith, gonna kill some houses, gonna kill a couple of villagers if I can. But mainly I want to keep this army alive, make it continually a threat. And if I can kill these houses, then it'll actually be a problem for him. So you can see his pop cap is 55, and he's got 53 right now, so it's going to be a problem soon. I'm trying to keep these Castilier over here by this barracks, because I know that's the only barracks he has. I don't know about this one yet. He just got that one up. But, of course, he's drawing them into the TC here, which is kind of annoying. But I want to basically kill these as they pop out of the barracks. Villagers try to come over here to take out the rams. He really doesn't want to lose another house. He is pop-capped. Now he's even further pop-capped. He's having to make more houses over here. Now I'm trying to load these rams up with more Flemish militia. Gonna bring some of these I didn't mean to bring them all, but okay, yeah, I left a few there. Gonna bring some of these with me. Now I'm gonna go in for the TC. Again, he's still, even after all of this mess, he still has more villagers than me. I just built a second TC. Going in for the rams to the TC. He got that first ram pretty quickly, and his town center is doing a good job not targeting the ram and instead targeting my units. So good job there. But the TC's going down quick, being loaded with these Flemish militia. He's sending the villagers out to kill it. He might kill it, but he's going to lose a lot of villagers. He was just at 50 villagers a second ago. And he had a bunch of those dang infantry units I hate. Condottieri. But now he's down to 33 villagers, and I am noticing that he got another barracks up over here. So, gonna go ahead and finish this TC off. He can't garrison at this point, so might as well. I don't see the eco up there. I know there's probably something up there, but I haven't seen it yet, so I'm thinking maybe this is his... no, it's definitely not his only TC, but maybe that's his main eco, and he's pretty wrecked right now. The score actually looks really good for me. Gonna, like I said, try to finish that town center. Now I'm massing a few more rams. I don't know if he actually sees that yet. He does see that. Okay, so he knows that's coming. Oops. There we go. Okay. I'm trying to keep him from making more barracks. So I saw that villager making that barracks, so I decided to go ahead and take care of that. And then kill these Condottieri as fast as he can make them. He's going to send them out here. In fact, they actually kind of died to these skirmishers, which is odd to think that. But now I'm going to head in for the other TC. Again, I don't see that he has all this eco, but he's going to bring the villagers out for the fight. I've got the Castilier here. The rams are loaded with Flemish militia. I'm going to pop some of those out to start killing these villagers. He is down to 26 villagers, and yeah, now he calls the GG, knowing he's going to lose that last town center. So, honestly, I thought this was really well played. He did a good job on all the things he did. He clearly has practiced this. He got the castle drop at good timing. He didn't get loom. That was a bad thing. And I did make him pay for that, 9 villagers. But he had 2 town center eco behind it and got to Imperial Age. Took the chickens out in the middle to help him with that. So that was a really good play. But unfortunately for him, I had skirms to clear up the Genoese crossbows, rams to clear up the castle filled with Flemish militia, and then I switched to Castilier knowing he was going to switch to Condottieri. So I think ultimately, obviously I played this one a little bit better. Was definitely a challenge though. Very strong play there. Let's take a quick look at this stats before we head out here. So from Castle Age onward, I had a bigger military than him. Once he hit Imp, that's when I actually went out for the fight. This is when we had the fight. He's down to 0 military. Then I go into his base, and he's trying to make Condottieri, but I never let him mass the Condottieri. And so he never had more than 6 military units there at the end. And I had 23, so it really didn't really matter what I had. The condos were not going to survive. I actually did manage to secure 4 of those relics, get 1,600 gold out of that. Castle times were pretty similar. He was a little faster and then had a pretty good Imperial Age timing. He also had the villager lead. I didn't get that 49 villagers until, you see here, I finally got a second TC. Yeah, I was just sort of stuck here many times where I had idle TC, but eventually built that second TC, remembered to do eco while I was doing the army. Good game.